I understand why people feel that, but when you attack an institution as old as the British royal family, you're attacking patriotism in and of itself for one of the most respected countries, or previously most respected countries on earth, and you're going to have some visceral reactions. Perhaps Jeremy Clarkson is too famous and too well-renowned to say those kind of things, but there's a lot of people who genuinely feel that way, and that's why he said it. And this is what happens when you attack age-old institutions in any country.
Should he have apologized?
That's a good question. It looks like he did. Personally, I think as a man, you should stand up, say what you mean what you say. I don't think you should ever apologize for anything you've ever said. It's not I'm calling for violence. I'm just making a commentary on how the world genuinely functions.
But when you use a word like satisfaction, you understand that people will watch that and think, how can you possibly find any form of terrorism satisfying?
I don't find any form of terrorism satisfying. I don't find Western terrorism satisfying either. I don't think it's satisfying that we managed to find $500,000 per bomb to drop on some farmer who makes $4 a day under the name of freedom. And we can't seem to pay our nurses enough to do their jobs. I don't find any kind of terrorism. And it's actually very interesting you talk about the word terrorism. Terrorist and freedom fighter, good guy and bad guy, all of this is subjective. There are people who believe that the West are the biggest terrorists on the earth. There are people who believe that America causes more wars than anyone else, and they've killed more people than anyone else. And there's people who believe the absolute opposite. So once again, it depends who you're talking to. It's a subjective conversation. There's no black and white in the world. There's areas of gray, and that's how it is. So I thought you were talking about another video where I was saying that ISIS are standing up and fighting for what they believe in. I'm not saying what they believe in is right, but that's what they were fighting for at the time. And it was a completely different video than the one you were actually referencing.
But you would condemn them now?
I don't condemn anybody doing anything bad to anybody. I'm not a person out here with a criminal record. I don't hurt anyone. I just spent my first segment on this show talking about how I believe in law and order and how important that is. I think people can operate inside of their lives safely and walk around, man, woman, child, can walk around in safety in any city they live in. How that law and order is constructed is not my jurisdiction. I'm not in charge of the law and order of Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, any of them. It's nothing to do with me.
So it's really nice to see somebody like Andrew Tate, who is very outspoken, pointing out clearly what the West has done all over the world. And one funny fact he made that really got me was that the Westerners or the Western governments, like the government of England, has like $60,000 or $600,000, whatever the figure was, to make a grenade or a bomb to drop on someone, a farmer who earns maybe $4, and how their government has enough money to fund proxy wars here and there. But the one point he forgot to mention, or I think he does know about it, but maybe he didn't want to talk about it, was the fact that their government makes so much money from all this proxy war they are creating. Like there is so much profit to be made from all these proxy wars around the world. When they invade a country, they do not get out empty-handed. So my brothers and sisters, there's a lot going on that I think that all of us have to be very, very watchful. We must understand how the game is played in order for us to win the game. Because if we keep on playing a game without fully understanding how that game is being played, we are always going to lose. We will lose all the time. So my brothers and sisters, what is your take on what Andrew Tate said? Let us know in the comment section below. Because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. So thank you very much for watching this video. And like always, see you in the next one. Cut.